Back here, first things first, it is finally here. The grand opening of Club, the long-awaited, much anticipated opening of Club Superstar. What a moment, and dare I say, we are dressed for the moment. If we're going to do a bit, we go all out on first things first. We are all in. We are all in. Kevin Wildes takes the cake, buddy.
The sweater.
Kyle Kuzma, I love it. All right. Just marinating us as, Nick, this has been building all season long. Here we are. Tell us, who will we be seeing this morning, right now, in Club Superstar?
First of all, I gotta say, Brew, you look fantastic. Jenna and Wildes as well, but Brew, the hat, it really sets it off. I feel like I've seen you in a club here in Harlem, standing in the corner, sipping on a gin and tonic. All right, here's the rules. One in, one out. Club Superstar. So as any nightclub goes, first thing is you gotta get past the doorman. So let's reveal. And by the way, all the artwork via Jack Perkins at Pure Hoop on Twitter. Jayson Tatum, finally, is in the club. Anthony Davis, we had to make room for Tatum, so Anthony Davis is out of the club. Devin Booker, not in yet. Wow. Trae Young, not in yet. Jimmy Butler, first of all, no outside beverages allowed, only obviously Lobos tequila. However, you got to leave the coffee and you're not in. Anthony Edwards, you're not old enough to get in. Chill. Next level of the club, let's see who's in. The 11 other guys. Oh, there's Joel Embiid. Drinking Shirley Temples. Oh, Steph Curry and Chris Paul playing catch. Kevin Durant on Twitter. And then a special room, the MVP room, for a very lonely Nikola Jokic, but he has those two MVPs to, keep him company. What about the top floor of the club? Who's that walking up the stairs? Who is that? Top floor of the club. Oh, that's Luka Doncic. Where's he going? Is he going to LeBron's throne? Is he going to Giannis's DJ booth? That is Giannis's DJ booth. Look at that. John Morant doing the gritty. And then we have a special section for guys dealing with a little bit of injury. Don't want anyone to bump into them on the dance floor. Dame checking the watch. Kawhi looking kind of bored, like, why was I made to come here? It's like, you're a superstar, buddy. He's like, yeah, but I didn't want to be here. And then LeBron, of course, on the throne. So there it is. Show the full, beautiful painting. Wow. Again, done by our friend Jack Perkins at Pure Hoop on Twitter. Giannis, Ja, LeBron, Dame, Kawhi, Embiid, Steph, KD, CP3, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, and the newest entry, Jayson Tatum. To make room for Tatum, we had to kick Anthony Davis out. It hurts me, but such is life. Brew, your thoughts, my friend.
I tell you what, it looks like a fun club, Nick, and great work by Jack Perkins. First of all, I will say this. I don't know this for a fact, but I just can see Ja behind the turntables. I think Ja would be an out. I just feel like he'd be a great DJ, and obviously Damian could rock the mic. However, I think Damian, that should have been last year when he rocked the mic, because I'm replacing Damian Lillard, Nick, with Devin Booker. And here's the deal. Hear my logic. I think you'll agree. Yeah, I hate to say, I don't look at it as kicking him out. I'm just moving him out.
You have to.
Thanks, Dame. It was great, man. You ain't got to go home, but no. But bringing in Devin. But here's the deal, Nick. A year ago, would James Harden have been in that club? Yeah, right?
Yeah, maybe. 2 years ago, sir.
A year ago, James Harden would have been in that club. I think we both agree that Harden has had a better career than Damian Lillard, right? He's more of a superstar than Damian Lillard. But the reason Harden isn't in the club anymore is because of a bad season this year. Not last year, this year. Well, Dame, I know he's been hurt, but he did play 29 games. In those 29 games, career low field goal percentage, 40. Career low three-point percentage, I think it was 32, but it was career low. Yeah. And they were 12 and 17, and that was before the C.J. McCollum trade took him out of Portland. So Dame has had, when he played, as poor a season, if not poor, as poor, as James Harden. So if it could take a better superstar in Harden out of the club, then I think a poor season would also take Dame out of the club. So, and Devin Booker, one of only 6 players, Nick, to hit 70 points in a game. The other 5 are Hall of Famers and superstars. Wilt, Kobe, Elgin Baylor, David Robinson, David Thompson. I'm making a plea for Dave Book to get into the club and get his groove on.
Well, which means you're making a plea for Dame to be kicked out. Because, again, it's 1 in, 1 out policy. So a couple things on Harden. I actually think a fully healthy bad season is more damaging than an injured season, even though Dame wasn't great in the games leading up to it. The other thing with Harden, because he was on the soft invite list, we weren't sure if he was going to get in. Harden was already at another club and then asked us if our club was going to have some of the entertainment options he's used to at the club. We said no, and he politely declined.
Okay.
So, for a lot of reasons, James Harden, not in club superstar. He's in a different club up the street that Anthony Edwards also can't get into, but for different reasons. But Wildes, once upon a time, you were a Dame Lillard guy. I feel like Dame is a superstar. I need to see Dame. Remember, the last time we saw Dame in the playoffs, last postseason, he was doing everything he could to carry his team, scoring 40-plus points. He had the one game where I feel like he had 20-plus in the fourth quarter and overtime. And so I feel like he is a superstar. His team has just not been good enough. So I'm comfortable with him and Kawhi being there. Kawhi hasn't played in a year, but the last time Kawhi played, he was out of this world. So I'm comfortable with them. Now, they've both got to play this coming year. You can't miss 2 years. Yeah, then all of a sudden, you're asked to move out of your section. We got to make room for other people.
Okay.
A lot of old guys in the club. Don't get me wrong. As a fellow old guy, I do appreciate that you do have a high median age. But just like Kyle Kuzma, sometimes you are not in touch with what's really happening and what it really means to be a superstar. Nick, I don't think you're necessarily fond of this guy because one time he posted on Twitter that you were just a puppet being controlled by the puppet masters. But this guy is a superstar. We talk about him a lot. He's a rookie of the year, first pick, 7-time All-Star, All-Star MVP, champion, and hit one of the biggest shots of all time. He's got maybe does he have the best bag of anyone of all time? Maybe he does. Does he have a shoe that I see when I walk outside? Everyone's got a pair of Kyrie's, of course. Kyrie, whether you like it or not, the guy is a superstar. As Stephen A. called him box office. I was like, oh, that's good. Guy's he's a grade A superstar. Yeah. Kyrie deserves a spot in the club. He deserves a spot in the club.
Who are you kicking out? Who are you kicking out? And then I'll get to Kyrie. But tell me who you're kicking out.
Well, look, I
must abide
by
by the fire marshal rules. No, kick someone out.
First of all, everybody knows that the fire marshal, when it comes to the club, can turn a little bit of a blind eye. All of a sudden, the place is packed to the gills. So I thought we had a no smoking policy. I guess we don't. So let's just close at 4 or does it? Let's just be honest. Why is Ja in the club? I love Ja. But I might as well go the whole way.
Why is Ja in the club?
Bandwagon. Why is Ja? I'm saying you're gonna say because he's electric, because he can carry a team. But Ja hasn't accomplished what Kyrie has.
I mean, than Kyrie. Sorry, not than Steph. Pardon me. I said that wrong.
Okay,
because he's far better than Kyrie.
I'm just saying, if I had to take somebody out, I would put an NBA champion in before a guy who is going to get eliminated this week. Just saying. I love Ja. Don't get me wrong.
Here's what I would say. There. I would say since Ja Morant was a junior in high school, he and Steph Curry have been past this. Or I keep saying Steph. My apologies. Since Ja Morant was a junior in high school, he and Kyrie Irving have been past the second round of the playoffs the same amount of times. So you were like, don't put old guys in the club. Kyrie Irving is a guy in his 30s whose best times were half-decade ago. In other words, like a lot of, our friends. Like, what are you talking about? Kyrie's not a young rapscallion, as Broussard would put it. He's a guy in his 30s who, remember when I was one of the best players in the league. Also, we actually don't have a vax policy at the club, but Kyrie heard we might, and so he said he wasn't going to show up anyway. So it wasn't even an issue. He's not even in line. Like KD's texting him while tweeting on the couch about how lame the club is, actually. KD's like, I shouldn't even come here. Steph and CP3 are just making fun of me. Like, and so
Nick,
go ahead, bro.
I'm going to give Wildes a little love. Here's the deal. All those players in the club, they want Kyrie in there. That's the problem, including the king on the throne.
Great take.
They all want Kyrie. They like, yo, where's Kyrie? We want to see a show. And you know that he is your favorite player's favorite player. And I agree that, and Kyrie's awesome individually, but if you're talking about wins without LeBron, he obviously doesn't have them. Right? He hadn't been great without LeBron in terms of leading a team to victory. But Kyrie is a celebrity, right? He's a star basketball player, and he is a celebrity persona.
So put in Jimmy
for
Goldstein.
various reasons, some good, some bad. But he is indeed a celebrity that everybody knows and that all the players love and many are in awe of. And a bunch of them in the club, they like, yo, where's Kyrie? I thought this was club superstar. I'm a back Wildes up on that. They're like, where's Kyrie?
Okay.
You know, best handle ever.
Here's the other issue.
And
I've tried to keep this to basketball. I've tried to keep this to basketball, but this is a club, and you're saying they all want him there. They all want to be around him. You get a couple Lobos Tequilas in Kyrie Irving, and he starts opining about what government actually means and whether or not, you know what I mean, we are actually here or there, and all of these things, and all of a sudden you're like, buddy, I'm just trying to listen to Giannis spin the ones and twos, have a couple, you know, cocktails. And he's like, but why do you think you want to drink?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.